All right, here's what we're going to do now. I just finished up a little bit of prospecting back there. Didn't really find a whole lot. I was looking at some maps to go to a different spot, and I noticed that over in that direction, there looks like there's a big mine, an old mine there. And it's got some buildings and pushed around areas, and just looks interesting. Now, I don't know if it's going to be private property, because some of these sections out here, people were able to purchase from the government if they had minerals on them and they had a big mine. So some of these places are private, so you always have to check about that. And, well, I wouldn't go detecting there if there's any question, but I don't want to drive up to somebody's house out here considering the things I've seen. But we're going to drive over there and we're going to see what it looks like. I'll get you back out when we get closer. When you see the little stacked rocks like that, that's usually an indication of a claim marker. That's one of the corners. Nowadays they use little white PVC pipes, so they're very visible, and you have to mark one of them or leave your name and number and claim number and all that stuff on one of the corners. These are really old claim markers out here. They're all big posts and stuff like that, and there are no active claims in this area as I checked. So yeah, so we can look anywhere we want basically out here, if we can get there. I don't know what that was. Not close. Man, I don't want to run into that choya. Jeez. The problem is, I can get out my motorcycle and zip over there, but I don't want to camp here tonight, because I got another project I want to work on tomorrow. That's going to be pretty cool, and I want to get closer to it. Plus, I got to go to Walmart tonight. Get some cocktail onions. I've been out for a couple of days. I'm freaking out, man. Well, that's a good sign. That's a road marker, so that mine is probably not on private property, because this goes to it. This road goes to it. I just don't want to get into like a Breaking Bad situation up here at these buildings. I am the one that detects. I think we'll be okay. We're heavily armed. Shh. We're in California. Don't tell anyone. We're heavily armed. I don't know. Is that an old Detectors right there? Working down cars. I'm kind of glad we didn't take the bike in here. Got loose sand like that is kind of wears you out, really. Looky, it's Bonnie and Clyde. I guess we'll have to go look at that. Did you know that Bonnie and Clyde was only like 4 feet 10 or something like that? I don't even think she was 5 feet tall. Maybe 5 feet, but apparently she was very small. All right, let's go see what that's all about. That might actually be the road we need to take up there too. That's a neat thing about cruising around out here is, there's millions of acres you can drive around on like this, and you just come upon things like this. I don't think it was Bonnie and Clyde's car though. This is probably an old miner's car back in the day. What is that thing anyway? I kind of almost recognize it. Found a lot of these handles when we were out metal detecting, especially in the rivers. Should we pop a few rounds into her? We don't want to draw attention to ourselves. All right, let's keep going. Not too much further. Bike's still on the back. That's a good sign. I see some buildings up here. It looks pretty abandoned. Some little cars again. I think there's a big, deep mine though. Looking at Google Earth, I can see a lot of dirt has been dug out, and then the bottom of it is a big hole, kind of like the like antlion, the little insects that I've showed you before. You don't want to fall in that. I'll just take a quick peek at this. Another old vehicle. No idea how old it is though. I'm not much of a car or truck guy, so not very helpful there. Somebody's house has a refrigerator. Must have been rich. Actually, it's not a refrigerator, is it? Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, this must be part of the mining operation. I think the mines are over there, probably through those two posts that might have been gated at one time. We'll look at that when we get over. Just got to be careful. There's a lot of nails out here, so those nails, you don't want to step on those. You definitely don't want to drive over them. Stucco house. No idea how old it is. Most of these places, they just threw the trash out the back. We can maybe get an idea how old it is if they did here, but it doesn't look like they did here. If they did, it washed away. Let's walk down here at these trucks. Yeah, here's the trash. Just wanted to kind of take a peek at it, you know, see, look over the lizard. See how old it is. It doesn't look terribly old though, does it? Yeah, it's probably 1950s, 60s. Something like that. Could be wrong, but it's not too much older than that. It was an old boot. Bed frame. Looks like a little animal cage or something for a chicken. Alright, this is about as much excitement as I can take at this spot. Let's go over to the main part of the mine. If we can get over there. Wow. So I looked at the map, and the main part of the mine is up through there. And you can see clearly that there's still a roof on the buildings, but there's no evidence of any like vehicles parked around it, like people might live there. And the road in the road right around the building itself just doesn't appear to have much activity at all. So we'll take a chance to go over the hill. And when you have an old mining claim and you're able to take possession of it from the government, buy it from the government, it's called getting a patent on the land. This is probably patented, I would guess, although it's not posted. You can see there's got a couple, well, it is posted, it's got 2 posts, but it doesn't have no trespassing signs, so I think we'll just go up here. And the road has not been driven on, I can tell, in some time. It's not like anybody lives up here. If there were no trespassing signs there, I wouldn't have bothered coming up. Ooh, looky. Check it out. Oh yeah, there are buildings here. Yeah, it looks abandoned, doesn't it? So you basically got a outhouse or something over there, an old truck, some buildings. That's that mine I was telling you about. We'll walk up there and look at it. That's where they live. Somebody used to live there. But I don't see any sign of people being around. Hopefully they won't get mad at us. Again, if they had posted signs, I wouldn't come in. But let's just park here and walk around, check it out. What do you say? All right, let's make a quick exploration of this this mine here in the buildings. Until it has not been lived in a long time. By the way, I am armed right now, just in case Friendo comes over the hill dragging this air tank. Just kind of looking for bees and whatever else might be in here that we don't want to tangle. All right, looks okay. Ron forever, I love you, Roy. Must be Roy forever. I love you, Roy. I don't know. Brokeback Mountain situation going on here. 212.90 something. Obviously, kids come back in here. Oh, they left a business card. Always look for booby traps. I know I'm probably overdoing it, but looks like somebody wanted us to see that card, so. Well, it looks like somebody has a YouTube channel or something. Starbucks Exploring. Guy Starbucks, so let's see what he's got there. Actually, one of my cards. Oh, there you go. He's probably got a video on YouTube. Check him out. I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but somebody doing what I'm doing, so God bless him, right? Out and enjoying it. Enjoying what's out here. There's a bunch of shotgun shells. Somebody's blasting out the window or something. Hopefully we won't have to do that. You know, I look for booby traps and stuff, and I don't know. Maybe I've seen too many movies. I was in the infantry at one time, so I was trained to do that, but I'm just not trusting, really trusting of people sometimes. that aluminum? No. Is it? Yeah. A fortune in aluminum right there. If you're a recycler. Oh. Again, I always like to make sure there's no like bees nests up there, hornets, rattlesnakes, angry beavers. Friendly beavers are okay. I don't run into them very often out here though. Sorry. You know, I need to be careful when you step on things like this, not just because of what could be under it, but outbuildings like this would often be on top of a cistern. I don't know if they have cisterns out here. They probably don't because they don't get much rain. But back east, it's very common to have gutters on your roof that collect the rainwater that dumps into a big holding tank called a cistern. And if the top is rotten on it, I saw a snake. Saw something down there, scared me. I don't know what it was. If the top is rotten, you could fall through into you know, a big tank of water that you might not be able to get out of. All right, let's see what we got. All right, there's some truck or something down there we'll have a look at. Another building up there, not sure what that's all about. But the mine itself, let's go up and look at the mine. We'll just walk up there. I guess we could probably date this place to this truck style. Obviously, what's that, 70s maybe? 60s, 70s? And again, I don't know. I don't even know what brick that is. You guys probably know exactly what it is. If you do, let me know. Because chances are it's probably about the time this mine was in operation. Ooh, looky. I saw these earlier in the trip. They look like little watermelons, but I figured they were just gourds. And someone said there's some type of, I don't know, plant that grows out here. They grow naturally, but you can't eat them. I'm just amazed how they can grow with that little water. She's got some minerals. So, if you're a rock hound, you probably like this place. Kind of neat how these places are just tucked in between the hills. You'd never know about it without Google Earth. Some minerals in there. Look like a pretty decent sized hole out here. So we do need to be careful. This is all part of the plant they had here, I guess. Whatever kind of plant it is. That's probably, oh, that's the mine shaft right there, probably. They got it gated so people can't get in there, but the bats can get in and out. And it's probably pretty substantial. The government put these up. Wowza. Dude. Yeah, that's what it is. That's for bats protection. I'll get my flashlight out and we'll look down in there. All right, got my flashlight out. I'm gonna stick her down in there, see if we can, well, I'll tell you what, let me put it around my hand first. In case I get scared, drop it. Can you see anything? I can't see anything. Is it even on? There we go. Wow, look at that. Man, I wish we could get down in that bad boy. It looks like it's pretty big down in there, doesn't it? So, yeah, so this is for the bats. This is all for the bats right here. Otherwise, they would have just put a lid on it. Okay, that wasn't very exciting, was it? I'm gonna look around a little bit. I'll get my phone out to see if there's something else I was seeing up here. This is probably it, unfortunately. That road goes somewhere. I can see some tailings over there too, so we'll head over there. Oh, this is kind of neat. These were probably old barrels of cement. You know, it comes in bags now, but it used to come in barrels. And it's taking the shape of the barrel. That's probably the straps that went to it. It's kind of wild. Kind of neat that you have your barrel there and your barrel cactus right next to it. Now you know where they get their name. Yeah, let's go around the side where that building is and some tailings. And we could have driven up here, but it's not that far, and I don't like to think about what kind of nails and pieces of metal are in the roadway here in a place like this. What is that thing? What is that thing? Actually, I thought it was like I wonder if it's a mine. Probably a mine hole here. Oh, it's a toilet. Really? Why is there a toilet there? You have to walk all the way from down there to go to the toilet here? Oh, because the mine entrance right there, that's why. I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that, but that's where they were working, right in the mine. Oh my God. I saw movement in there. I'm like, it's a ghost. But it's just a bird. Oh, that's awesome. Make sure there's no snakes. Get the flashlight out and shine it back in there. I guess we could, I don't know if we could get in there or not, but I'm not going to bother with it. I can't tell. It doesn't go very far unless it hooks up to the right. This is the same way. It doesn't go very far. Looks like they whitewashed it. Maybe this is where they kept their explosives in here. No, I guess that's not whitewash. Never mind. It could be though. I don't know. All right, let's go up the hill. Well, we could definitely skinny in there if we really wanted to, but we're not going to bother. They got a pipe here. I guess it's for ventilation of some sort down in there. See, this has been dug out here. All right, so we're around the corner here. That's about it for us. That's what they must see, that kind of stuff in the desert, and just start digging the holes. Must be what the holes are that we're seeing everywhere. Following it down. Must be quite the system under our feet. Here's another bat cage. I'm not going to throw anything down there. I don't want to disturb the bats. And it looks like another attic going into the side down here. Maybe, God, there's another one down there too. It's probably a booby trap. They're luring us away from the truck, so when we go back, it'll be just a burned out Hulk. That's another one of my fears. This is the stuff they're getting out of there. Volcanic in origin, I do believe. It just goes back in here a little ways. Snakes. It's more of those 40 looking things. I guess there wasn't enough minerals in there to keep going. You see that round hole, that's where they would blast it. They drill it out and blast it. Now, just to clarify something before I get yelled at, I was talking to you earlier about patented lands, and that's where you petition the government to buy a chunk of their property if you're going to mine it or whatever. It's kind of like the old Homesteading Act, but for miners. So you actually get title to the land. You own the land. You can do whatever you want on the land. But you could also have a mine on just government land that's not patented. And so you don't actually own the land. You only own the mineral rights. In a case like that, someone like me or you can literally drive right through the property, camp right there by the mine entrance, as long as it's not interfering, because they don't own that land. They only own the mineral rights and what they're doing. So, like I said, this could be patented private property. So it could just be a mine on what is still BLM land. I suspect it's patented because of the 2 posts down there, though. I could be wrong. I hate driving around places like this. That's why I don't want to drive up there, because you got these piles of junk and all this metal. You could easily pick up nails and screws and all kinds of stuff in here. So here's a dead something, an animal of some sort. There's old bones right there. That could be human. Is it? Something big. I mean, it's like a human or horse or cow or something like that. Isn't that weird? Just like right there, dead. Maybe it's a sign. Okay, let's go ahead and bebop over here. That's probably another shaft. We'll look at that. You can see some tailings. We'll take a look at the truck real quick. Lots of trash. Ooh, looky, that's a SKS round right there. Like an AK-47 or SKS. It's the Ukrainians, or battle marker. The cross. Except they put white crosses, so. All right, that's an oldie. A little older than me, I'm sure. I remember those on the road when I was a kid, though. What a mess. Yeah, scratching around up in there. That's pretty rocks, huh? Okay, let's go over and look at that real quick. Serving dish of some sort. Lots of trash. Ooh, that's a pretty rock. Paint can. All right, let's see what we have here. There's something that they mine. It's probably just that strip rack in there. No shafts or anything here. No tunnels or adits. A toilet. Definitely not going in there. And definitely wondering why there's a toilet this far away from the freaking house. I mean, look at that. Makes you wonder if there's something right over that hill, but man, that's an odd place for a John. Sorry for all of you guys named John. Just figured it out. That toilet, the outhouse, is for the main part of the mine up there, where all that tailings are. That's got to be what it is. Still a long ways away. I think you'd have put it a little closer and been safe in this dry environment. But I will tell you what I'm going to worry about, and that's getting out of here so I can get into town and get some supplies. I might even splurge and buy something cold to drink, because I'm kind of jonesing something that's not 80 degrees liquid to drink. And then we're going to head south from here, get moving, so that I don't have any air conditioning. It broke, so I have to really move to get air moving around in here, and it's roasting. All right, enough of that. And I'm going to give you a little off-roading tip, just because, well, we're just driving out. It's going to take us a while. When you're on a road like this, you know, where it's not bad. I mean, you could do this road two-wheel drive, no problem. But you got these little hills with rocks on them and stuff. It's always best if you go ahead and just put it into four-wheel drive, like 4 high. Even though you don't really need it, because what happens is, when you go up these little hills like that, your back tires will start spinning. Now, they might only spin a little bit, it might not be a big deal, and you might be able to just, you know, power right through it. But when the tire spins, those rocks will actually cut it. So you could ruin a brand new set of tires out here really quickly, just by just slight spinning going up and down those hills with those loose rocks. So when you put in four-wheel drive and you have the front wheels turning too, especially in a truck like this where the motor's actually sitting over the front. Oh, I guess that's most trucks, isn't it? There's not too many Volkswagen Beetle trucks that have the engine in the back anymore. You know, so your tires don't spin at all, and you don't have to worry about them getting cut up by rocks. That's a good little tip, and I tell you, I'm really surprised a lot of people don't know that. They don't have a clue about that. But that's a good little tip to have, trust me. I've been through it myself. Oh, looky. That's a rat burrow. A bunch of rats live up in there. They dug all those sticks. They drug all those sticks and the rocks and stuff up in there to block off the entrance. I smell gas. I hope it's not like, I don't know what that is. Of course, I'm thinking that the truck is like tracking sideways now, but that's just me, I'm sure. There we go. There's a whole series of them through here, like just like that. Not gonna make it easy on us. There we go. Any gold nuggets? I don't. Yeah. I'll hit a little bit. Yeah, need to break my axle out here, that's for sure. I don't know what that clunk was. Didn't sound good though, did it? Don't worry about it when we get to the road, main road. I would say we're not going to make that very easily. Oh, we could probably get through there. What do you think? Huh. We didn't have a motorcycle on the back. I wouldn't be worried about it, but if we straddle that. The thing is, I don't know what's on the other side. You know, it could be one even worse. Yeah, let's go through it. What the hell? Heck. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in low. so that we go nice and slow. I have to actually put it in neutral first. All right. Yeah, for low. There we go. God, I hope we don't get stuck. I mean, worst case, I'll dig us out, but we'll probably be spending the night here if that happens. Here we go. Almost. Come on. See, if it digs in the ground too much now, we're stuck. All right, we want to make it. I'm gonna scrape in the back, but we want to make it. See, we're already scraping. Come on. Poor tire. See the tire on the bike. Straddle this hole. Yeah, that was easy enough, really. Without the bike, that would have been a piece of cake, man. Hopefully that's the last one. Try to take it out of low so we can move along. All right, we'll see you in a little bit, maybe. All right, so we got problems. I can't make it because the front is digging in. So my front hitch there is digging into the bank right here, and it won't. I can't go up. The wheels won't go up. So what I'm going to have to do is we're going to have to get the shovel or the shovel and pick out. I'm going to have to drag a bunch of the sand down here and build this up a little bit right here, so that's it. My wheels start to go up sooner. A little bit of a ramp, and that way this thing right here won't dig in. Yeah, it just stopped me dead. I cannot go forward. So give me a few minutes. I'll get the tools out and get to work. So the big thunderstorm over there doesn't come rolling through, because if it does, our truck is gone. It's gonna take me a while. I'll get back with you in a few. I should get one of those emergency beacons for when you need cold beer delivered ASAP. Oh gosh, here's what we got. I went ahead and I built up like a little ramp right here for my tire. The same way on this other side. Not too much, and that will be enough. Have hard stuff there. I dug that out in the center just a little bit. So hopefully the hitch won't hit going up the hill. Wish me luck. And let's hope we get out of here before the storm comes, because then we're really done. All right, a few minutes. Well, unfortunately, I missed the money shot because the camera turned on and turned off immediately, but we were able to get through it without really any drama. You can see where my little ramps were. I didn't even hit on the back, or in the front didn't dig in at all. The back kind of drug a little bit, but I was expecting that. So we're going to get back on the main road. It's more of these to go through, but that was the worst one. The tire looks a little low, but I think it's okay. Check this side. That looks okay. Alright. Storm is still in the distance. I'll check in before I hit the highway. Well, I lost the road again, but I think it's because it went down into a very steep ravine over here that we can't go through. What do you think? Oh man. Nah, we're not gonna even try that. Alright, back to the mountain. Little side road over there back that way, and we'll be out of here within 90 minutes. I'm not taking any more side roads. We'll see you on the next one.